back to Daytime Live, and we're always happy to talk to the CEO of Blue Mahoe Capital, Mr. David Mullings. Yay! So, David, yeah, we're going to keep it punchy, and I know you have a lot to teach us, a lot that we can learn from you right now. So, Craigie,
Welcome,
right
David.
away.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here and glad to be back after many years.
Yes. All right. So for our viewers who are not familiar with your company, can you give us a small summary on what it is?
So the short version is that we wanted to create an investment firm that would allow people in the diaspora to invest back into Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. So the person with $100, not just the person with $100,000. And the goal is to have it listed on NASDAQ. So that's Blue Mahoe Holdings, Inc., set up in Delaware. And then we have Blue Mahoe Capital as the investment management firm. So we can create funds, manage those funds, and help to create wealth and preserve wealth for our shareholders.
Lovely. All right, so Blue Mahoe Holdings, LLC.
Inc.
Yeah. Blue Mahoe Holdings, Inc. has actually acquired a stake in the Jamaican entertainment firm, KLE Group. So congratulations.
Thank you, thank
you.
you.
So could you explain all of that to us, the why, what it is, what's the intention?
No, I appreciate that. You know, when it comes to investing, I'm a big Warren Buffett disciple. This is the guy behind Berkshire Hathaway.
Yes.
And so Warren Buffett says you look for 1 foot bars to step over, not 7 foot bars to jump over. And so when we're looking at the companies, we have 17 in our portfolio now in Jamaica. KLE makes 18. We decided to go and become their 10th largest shareholder. Reason being, we looked at two things. What are the assets in this business and what's the price today versus where we think it should be? So it's way below the original IPO price, which means it's overlooked. People think, oh, KLE, they wanted to take Traction Records to foreign, it now work, wagwan.
Yeah.
Guess what, guys? You're missing two things. Number one, their Bessa development in Araka Bessa, which is near to Golden Eye, the home of James Bond.
Yes.
Amazing property on the beach. And we said, well, it's almost complete, which means they're selling units, so they're going to make money from selling them. They partner with Sagicor, so they're going to bring in money after they sell the units. But then they own Bessa Management Company that's going to manage them. And now you can have high-end brands, and people come and stay there, and they earn money from managing the units without owning them.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we saw that as a huge opportunity. And we had a number of people in the diaspora come to us and say, boy, David, I don't really understand this stock exchange thing, how you make money on the market. So I'm not giving you money to buy shares. Can you buy real estate? I said, no, I don't want to do real estate. You have enough companies to do real estate. And finally somebody calls our 1-800 number from New York. I say, but Mr. Mullings, don't you say it's very hard to open an account in Jamaica to buy stocks? I say, yeah, a piece of paperwork. Thankfully, we don't need 2 letters of reference anymore. And a wet signature, you have to fly down and sign. So then, aren't you the one making it easy for us to invest in?
Right.
Yes, but not real estate. So then, why don't just do real estate? Because that's what we want. And I said, okay, let's do a Caribbean property fund in the US. And people say, oh, we want to give you money. And then what are you going to buy? First thing in my head was, we should buy into Bessa. So I called Gary Matalan, are there any units for sale? We're 80% sold out in a David, but yeah, man, we can try to find something. Hang up, you mean you're 80% sold out? We need to buy a stock. It so happens. It so happens they also own 49% of Franjam that controls Usain Bolt's Traction Records. And so I figured there's also an opportunity to help them get into the US market where I am. And that way we can reach out to potential franchisees. Once they figure out, is it a sports bar? Is it a family restaurant? Do we want to compete with, you know, the Margaritavilles and the Bahama Breeze? Or somebody's price point? Is this even the right menu? But at least we can bring authentic Jamaican food with one of the biggest brands in the world, Usain Bolt, to the United States. And it so happens I sit on the 2 boards at the University of Miami, where my brother and my dad and I graduated from. From UM, out of our business school, the former president of McDonald's graduated from UM. The current CEO of Bojangles out of Atlanta is there, and we have another gentleman that runs the Tao Restaurant Group out of New York and Miami, also in the restaurant business. So I have 3 people from just my little alumni network that I could call and say, hey, how this food franchise thing work? How we need help? Can you be on the advisory board? So I think we can be what we call additive investors when we come into business and help.
So, David, how can we find you and your company on social media?
Well, you know what? I tell everybody, Google David Mullings. It actually is the easiest way. So it's all over YouTube, Instagram. I share everything for the business as well. Or you can go to islandforward.com. And you know why it's called Island Forward, Craig?
Why? Tell us.
So about 7 years ago, you, Alex, Craig, and Alex Basie and Flex were in Orlando, and we're spending a week. You're at DJ Buddha, and we have a whole album, and there was a song called Moving Forward that we want to put out. And so Craig talked about, he has a line in the song about positive causes positive effects. And so the magazine cover with Michael Leachin and I has that on the cover. And that's a song that I listen to constantly.
Wow.
But, you know, the way that song was put together and that moving forward, I chose Island Ford from that. And that song has always stuck with me, and I can't wait for us to put it out.
You see how we can inspire people and don't even realize we're doing it. Thank you so much, David.
Thanks a lot, David.
And thank you for tuning in to Daytime Live. Craig is going to be back on Friday.